Hello.
Hi, I'm Christine.
Hi, Christine. I'm Kim. I am the coach
Hi.
for Team Phoenix.
Hi. I'm very
Hello.
excited to meet
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
am
Well, welcome.
am I the first one on?
You are the first one on. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm very excited.
Excellent. Well, I'm excited for you. How did you hear about Team Phoenix?
I received information last October from my oncology team.
Okay.
So yeah, so my cancer and mastectomy surgery was October 21st of 2024. So I just hit my year mark.
Oh,
So
yay.
yeah, I
Congratulations.
was definitely not strong enough last year to
No.
do any of it. So this year I'm prepared and I'm ready and I'm
Yes.
very excited.
Excellent. Oh, well, we're excited to have you.
Hmm, Thank you.
Yes. All right. A few more people coming on. Yay. Welcome, everybody that's coming on. Feel free to turn your microphones on and cameras on if you choose. If you don't, that's perfectly fine too. This is more of a of a discussion type informational meeting. I'm going to do a little bit of a PowerPoint in the beginning, but it's more just kind of answering any of your questions. Wow, love this.
So do we have 50 women for our
Um,
team yet?
Not yet. The last numbers that I saw was 37. But I know we've never not hit 50.
Yeah.
We've always had a waiting list. So I'm sure it will be the same for this year. So, and it's still very early in the recruiting system, or in the recruiting year, I should say. And you guys will make your decisions in January when you want to commit to the program.
I'm committed. There's my schedule right there.
Oh, perfect.
I'm
Oh, it's already
on my
hanging.
work.
Excellent.
Yep,
Have all
it's
the
already
dates
in all my
on your
calendars.
calendar. Yes, perfect.
Me too, Christine. I've committed to and I've told people I'm doing it. So now
I
I can't back out now.
I
Oh,
know, me
excellent, Lauren. I
too.
love that.
Yep. I've told everybody at work. I've told all of my family. So, yep. And it's funny because I saw the list of the things that we need to have and buy and stuff like that.
Oh,
And I just went part-time just because of meds and everything else. And my mom pulled me aside and she goes, Christine, I'd like to be your sponsor. I'd like to buy you everything that you need. I'm like, oh,
Oh my goodness.
she
Yay.
was
That's
so
really
cute.
special.
Yeah, she was adorable. She's like, can I get a special shirt that say I'm your sponsor? I'm like, I'll make one
Oh,
for you, Mom.
absolutely. And then as just a tidbit, when it comes to getting closer to event day, we actually take orders for our supporters. And so, and when on event day, we try to get all of our supporters to wear the same shirt so that we're just a sea of purple
Yeah.
at the event itself. And they just this past year we added that they can put on the back of their shirt who their athlete is. So yes.
I saw that at this year's event. I popped
Yeah.
over and I was
Oh.
snooping on you guys. So yeah, and I met Dr. Leslie.
Dr. Leslie.
Yeah, so I met a couple of people and stuff like that, and I met one alumni who asked to be my mentor. So she was a 2014,
Oh,
and she lives a couple of blocks away from me. So we've gotten together and everything since the race in July.
Wonderful.
I
Who's
know.
that?
Her name is Stacy.
Oh,
Yeah, and her
Stacey's
last name.
let me think, 14, maybe Stacey Script
Yes,
or
yes,
oh,
yes,
see,
that's her. Yes. Yeah.
I adore her.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, she's wonderful. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Back in the day, I'm sorry. Well, we'll talk about this during the season. I can talk all day long. So, but I will be respectful of everybody's time that's here. Welcome. And I will make the announcement again that this is a open conversation. And so feel free to turn your microphones on and your cameras if you choose to. I am going to share my screen for a moment and kind of go through a little bit of the program itself. But really what we want to do for today is get more questions and being able to answer any of the questions that you all have about the program. So let me see if I can share. I'm not normally the one who who leads these. Ilka is usually the one who leads these for us. And so I am not always the best person in technology. Let me see if I can find my. Well. Oh, there it is. There we go. Perfect. All right. Can everybody see that?
Yes.
Yes, now it popped up. Yes.
Did it pop up for everybody? Perfect. Okay. So, Team Phoenix is a cancer survivor program that was started in 2011. And it is all about empowering survivors, female cancer survivors, to doing a triathlon. So, we know that through our research, and Team Phoenix has been part of a research for quite a bit of time, and now it's been around for so long that it's just this really amazing program. And so, but in our research that we had done in the past, shows that it does improve quality of life and longevity for female cancer survivors. And we all know that that is really, at least for us, the key to life, right, is that quality of life. And so by having you all do exercise, following swim, bike, and run, and strength training, quality of life was improved. So just a little bit of what we're going to talk about, the different goals, how the program works, and why this program is unique. Some of the research that we have on exercise for survivors, and then also the differences between having a group versus solo exercise programs, the program eligibility, and then overcoming some common fears and barriers, requirements to join, steps to becoming a Team Phoenix athlete, and then benefits of being a Team Phoenix alum, which you get to do after you complete the event at the end of July. And then I will also say, once you're a Team Phoenix athlete and then an alum, you are an alum for life. There is no other thing you have to do other than stay involved if you choose to. And then our medical leadership that we have, and then the mantra that we use, and then any contact information. So the biggest thing that we have found from most of our participants is that, once they were diagnosed with cancer, they were kind of lost and didn't know where to go and what to do. And Team Phoenix gave them a kind of a guide to being able to stay active and to exercise safely and really get that benefit from both exercise and the camaraderie of the other teammates. And so our teams right now, we are about 50 for each of our teams, which is a lot of women, but it also allows you to find connections with so many different people. And you will hear from other alums that it is lifelong friendships that they've made. So we want to, again, establish that healthy lifestyle and habits, gaining that camaraderie of other teammates, and then also being able to connect with some trusted healthcare providers. So at all of our practices, we have medical staff that comes along. So either nurses, doctors, PTs, and they're at all of our practices to be able to ask them questions. So our team is the mission is to establish long-term fitness routines and habits. Oh, sorry, my dog might bark for us. Jameson, who likes to be heard sometimes. Jamo, go. Sorry. But to be able to establish long-term fitness routines and habits, and to have a goal. I don't know about you guys, but I need a reason to get up and run or walk or bike or swim or even strength train. Just being able to say that you're going to be healthier sometimes isn't enough. So when you have something, a goal at the end of that you're working towards, which we actually call our finish line, not the end, but the start of the new you. And so the goal is to successfully and safely complete our triathlon at the end of July. It is a sprint distance triathlon with a 1/4-mile swim and a 15-mile bike. And you can then a run walk of 3.1 miles or a 5K. Hang on one second, I apologize. Lay down. All right, sorry about that. Our sessions, it's a 14-week training plan that starts at the 3rd week in April and goes all the way to the end of July when our event happens. And you are required to attend our group training practices that are on Mondays and Wednesdays, and then practice on your own for the other days. You'll get a program that we call Final Surge that your training plan gets entered into, and that is monitored by your coaches. And then that we watch that you're able to meet all of the requirements that are needed and building safely through the full swim distance, bike distance, and run walk distance. Also throughout that program, we have education times of both different ways of healthy strength training. We have nutritionists come in. I lead a mindfulness session, and then just working towards other healthy living habits. And then that graduation is when you get to cross that finish line of the triathlon and become from a Team Phoenix triathlete to a Team Phoenix alum. I think one of our biggest takeaways is that Team Phoenix does really help women learn to trust your body again and kind of take back control of some of the things that cancer kind of takes away from you. I will say that during our practices and things like that. We don't focus on your cancer diagnosis. We focus on what you can do now after diagnosis and how to, again, regain control back. Athletes are more than welcome to discuss amongst each other your different life journeys and things like that, but we actually don't hold that as a focus in our practices. Our alumni will tell you that they're very satisfied with and happy that they chose to join Team Phoenix. We have not heard from a single one of our alumni that have regretted the decision of joining. So there's that. And we are also at this point 100% successful in having our athletes if they've towed the line, they've completed the event. So they've completed the triathlon at the end of July. Again, it's back to that research, which we know is so important. This is the picture over here is from one of our track practices that we do for our year-round training that we meet with our team. Anybody that wants to join in the year-round fun, they come to the Pettit Wednesday evenings and gets to run around the oval and do some strength training. We have some heel sessions that are open to everybody to come in and try Team Phoenix. So if you haven't done that yet, look into that, and we'd love to see you there for our Wednesday practice. But we do know that exercise does help with increasing that longevity of life and lowers the risk of cancer reoccurrence. And then it also improves weight loss control and quality of life. And then not only does it help with a healthier body, but it also increases that mental wellness and higher physical wellness, emotional wellness, and it really does reduce perceived stress levels. The eligibility. Unfortunately, Team Phoenix has one of the worst eligibility requirements. You must have been diagnosed with cancer, any type of cancer. And it could have been this year, it could be 10 years from now, or before, 10 years before this. So we don't limit when you've been diagnosed with cancer, just that you have had a cancer diagnosis. We age. When it comes to age, there is no limitations for that either. As our slide shows, we've had our youngest has been 26 and the oldest has been 74. So no excuses anywhere in that continuum of age. And we do have all different abilities for fitness levels. And we've had at times people who didn't know how to ride a bike and they had to learn how to ride a bike. And people who are terrified of the water learn to actually really enjoy the water. We do ask for, if you are a non-swimmer, that you must come to our 5-week Begin to Swim program that starts in March. And we will, in 5 weeks, help you to unassisted get from one end of the pool to the other. Now, with that being said, we do have swim angels that can be swimming alongside of you when we do our open water. Lake swimming is much different than pool swimming. And so sometimes there's that fear. And also there's some athletes that do only backstroke. And so if you are doing backstroke in a triathlon, you see the beautiful sky, not where you need to go. So our swim angels will help guide you to make sure that you are on course for that. And then we include both Aurora patients and non-Aurora patients. So it doesn't matter where you received your treatment or where you are receiving treatment now. It's open to all. Again, if you are a female cancer survivor, Team Phoenix is for you. We don't discriminate against anything and allow all to join. And we adapt and modify things as needed so that you can continue to get strong enough so that you may toe the line at the triathlon and finish it safely. Barriers. Now, there are quite a few barriers. The biggest thing that I will say is just about any barrier can be worked around. However, we do need your commitment to show up for practices. It has to be on you to be able to have that internal drive to kind of show up. If it's getting there, we work through carpools and things like that. We work with the mentor program and have you connect with people in your area to help make training more enjoyable and getting to practices. We do train all over the Metro Milwaukee area. The things you need to join Team Phoenix, so these are absolute requirements that we ask for, is just the basic fitness ability to train independently and unassisted for the triathlon. So we do ask that we get medical clearance from your medical team. Anything that you might feel might be a barrier, let us know, and we'll work through it and see what we can do. You need to have the availability to commit to completing the 14 weeks of in-person group training and your at-home training. We really follow along on your training plan pretty closely to make sure that you are building safely and that you will be able to complete the triathlon successfully. Provide the required training supplies. We do have some scholarship money set aside if you need that. Let Ilka know, and we'll work with you for training supplies that are needed. And then being able to provide your own transportation to the training sessions, or again, connecting with other team members and carpooling with them. We are asking for a participation fee of $175. And if there's a need, talk with Ilka for that scholarship also. And then the biggest thing is having a great attitude. It really is challenging, but also very, very fun. When it comes to what the basic requirements are, we do need to have you be able to walk that 100 yards unassisted, bike 100 yards unassisted, and then swim one length of the pool, which is a 25-yard pool that does go into the deep water. Again, we'll be in a lake, so eventually there will not be a bottom to that you will be able to touch while you are doing the event. So it's important that you can successfully swim in the deep water. And again, that swimming could be backstroke, doggy paddle, side stroke. I don't care what you do to get there. We will work through that 14 weeks to help you redefine your stroke. But for the beginning, we just need you to be able to get from one end of the pool to the other. And then that medical clearance to make sure that you are safe to be able to do the training must be completed from your doctor. The requirement 2 for the commitment of that 14-week training. We do meet every Monday and Wednesday, minus a few dates, which I believe you've all received that schedule, which will be coming up in a few slides here also. But we have a few days that we have off due to holidays and things like that, and a few Saturday trainings for our mini tri. And then the event itself, you must be able to attend that event in July. Requirement 3, again, gathering those supplies. So you need a swimsuit that covers appropriately, and a swim cap and goggles. Some people prefer to have a nose plug and or ear plugs. That's something that is optional for you. And then bring a towel to practice. You must have a bike that is in good functioning order. It cannot be an electric bike. Other than that, it doesn't matter anything else about it, as long as it, again, is in good functioning working order. we do ask that you purchase a flat tire kit for that bike. You must wear a bike helmet, and your bike must have a cage for a water bottle, and then a water bottle that fits into that cage. For the run walk portion of it, it doesn't matter if you run all of it, walk all of it, do a little bit of run and or walk. However you get from point A to point B from that aspect of the event, it doesn't matter. But that you do need good quality walking or running shoes. And then clothing that is appropriate for what we are doing. You will all, as you can see in this picture, you will all receive an athlete purple training shirt that we will ask that you wear to all of our group trainings. The orange shirts are those that are alum of the program, and then red shirts are any of our medical staff. And so the picture that's up in the right-hand corner over here of everybody on their bikes, this was before they received their team training shirts. So in the very beginning of the session, that's actually our first bike practice right there. And so the first few weeks, you won't have your purple training shirt. And then once you do receive that, after they're ordered and brought in, we ask that you wear them. But making sure that you're wearing clothing that is safe and appropriate for the weather and the activity that we are doing. And then a fitness tracker, either an Apple Watch or a Garmin or a Fitbit of some sort that can connect to our Final Surge. If you don't have one, we do have several that we borrow out for the season, and then you need to return it at the end of the season. And then a computer or phone app that can access that online training program. And again, if there's supplies that you don't have or that you need help getting, we have several contacts that we can do to help get that. And then back to that transportation, having a vehicle that can get you to and from practice, and that can hold your bike. So either a bike rack or bringing a vehicle that you can put your bike inside your vehicle. And then there's always that carpooling option. The participation fee, again, is $175. There is scholarships for those that require or need it. And all of the things that you get for that is having the training plan that was written by me, and then coaches at every practice, medical staff at every practice. You get your Team Phoenix training shirt, and then in this picture, you can see Roxanne is coming in to the finish line with her Team Phoenix jersey that you will also receive. And then you also get your event entry paid for. And then any of the fees that we need for renting the pools and all the different places that we practice. The last thing is having that great attitude, making sure that joining Team Phoenix is not a requirement from anybody. You're choosing to do this. And so although there will be really hard days, we want everything to end on a positive note. And again, remind yourselves that you get to do this, not that you have to do it. And then once you cross that finish line, you become a Team Phoenix alum. And with that, you get year-round training if you choose to join our year-round programming. And then the camaraderie that comes with having lots of other Team Phoenix alumni. So that lifelong support and camaraderie. This picture here is from our this past year's team, and then all that orange that's surrounding is all the people that kind of show up. This was actually from our mini try. So they had just received their jerseys, and it was prior to the event the week after. Then our team, you are in good hands, I promise you. We have Dr. Jamie Cairo, who is our oncology nurse practitioner, who actually we are under her umbrella for the program itself. And Dr. Mike Mullane, who is an oncologist. Doc and Dr. Leslie. Dr. Mullane comes to a few of our practices. Dr. Leslie comes to a few of our practices and gives some amazing speeches. And Ilka Hoffens is our program director. She's the one that you get all of your information from in the emails and everything else and how to sign up. And then myself, I'm an athletic trainer for Aurora, but I'm the head coach for Team Phoenix and have been working with Team Phoenix since 2012. All right. We have a motto that is surgery, chemo, and radiation not by choice, triathlon of swim, bike, and run by choice. And so that's kind of again, you guys are going to choose to join Team Phoenix. It's not something that is being forced upon you, although maybe some of your docs might have twisted your arm a little bit. And to that, I say kudos to them. Just know that it is a program that definitely changes the lives of everybody that's joined. And with that, I'm coming back to there we go. Yay. Kind of went through that a little quickly, but wanted to give you guys an open space to be able to ask questions and really kind of get a feel for what you think. Miss Lauren.
So I had a quick question about the class requirements. So last year I used none of my PTO to do anything fun. So this year I have already scheduled kind of my year out. So I will be gone for 2 weeks in May. My boyfriend coaches college football and we get the opportunity to go to Italy for free with the team. So I'll be gone 2 weeks there. So that's 4 sessions already. And then for work, I do the Relay for Life out of Racine. And so I will try to get our committee meetings switched to Tuesday or Thursday. But is that missing 4? Like, is that a very harsh deadline or requirement that's enforced?
So it is when we say harsh, it is so, the biggest important thing for us is people showing up for our group training, number one, so that we can see that you're doing the training, and number two, the camaraderie and your teammates get to see you doing the training, and then we know that you are progressing safely. Obviously having a 2-week vacation planned, we're not going to tell you you can't do your vacation, right? That's not going to be what we're going to say. And so we're going to then just say, making sure that you can attend the others. If you know that you're going to be missing every week due to meetings and stuff, we're going to say that unfortunately then you don't qualify for joining the team for this year.
Okay, it's definitely not every week. It was just kind of that sporadic, like, oh no, I did all these things. But yeah, it's not an every week thing. But
Okay.
So I just wanted to ask about that.
Yeah, we do. I mean, we will pay attention to how many days there is one of our, so we have 3 coaches, myself as the head coach, and then Coach Dawn and Coach Kelly both will be joining us. And one of their jobs is to check every week to see who's in attendance and who's not and how many practices that they've missed, and kind of walking and talking through that. So we have throughout the season different like training requirements of that training day and making sure that you're meeting the benchmarks of the training. And so as long as you're meeting those benchmarks and are safely able to train, we can have some discussion about, missing 5 versus 4 or whatever kind of a thing. So, yeah. And I apologize for everybody else that is on. I introduced myself in the very beginning as some people were coming on, but I didn't introduce it before I actually started my talk. You will learn this about me. I get very, very excited about Team Phoenix, and that I just roll right into everything, and I forget to do some of the housekeeping things of, number one, introducing myself. I am Kim Kelly. I have had the privilege to coach Team Phoenix since 2012. I met Dr. Oh my goodness, my brain just went somewhere else. Wow. I literally just lost her name, and that's awful of me. I apologize. the doc that started Team Phoenix way back in 2011 at a wedding, and she had asked me to be part of Team Phoenix, and so here I am. And so I've been part of Team Phoenix since 2012, and have coached minus 2016 and 17 and 18 when I took a step back, and then am back again in at the end of 18 for year-round training and all the way through now. So. Anybody else have any questions?
Was Team
Hi,
Phoenix
this is
started
Jill.
locally?
Oh, sorry. Hang on.
Oh, I was just wondering if Team Phoenix was started locally then? Is it
Oh,
like
yep,
just a local Milwaukee? Okay.
Yep. It's all local through the Milwaukee area. We did for a few years have a couple of programs out in the Racine Kenosha area where we've had a few cohorts out there, but it hasn't been sustainable anywhere else so far. We're trying. There's a program they're trying to start up in Chicago, and so but it was based out of Sinai. That Dr. Judy Tijo, that's the doctor that just came to my mind. Sorry about that. Who else had a question?
This is Jill. Oh, sorry.
Megan?
I'm just okay.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Jill.
Sorry.
Sorry.
That's okay. My question can wait for a different time. That's all right. Go ahead.
Oh.
Thanks, Kim. I actually live in the Madison area, Madison, Wisconsin. So have you had athletes kind of successfully make the commute?
We actually
in
had two.
Madison?
Yeah. Yep, two out of Madison, and then even one in Sheboygan this last year. And one in Illinois this last year. So they have made the commitment and have been able to make that. But again, it depends on your work schedule. We do practice. We start practice at 6:30 in the evening, and so depending on what time you get out of work, to make the commute into the Milwaukee area. We do have some trainings that we do start at 6 because we're doing the full distance, and so it takes longer to complete those practices. So thinking about that for yourself. And then again, when we start our program, we, as everybody registers, we will look at where everybody's located and put you into groups of mentorship and with alumni and then other teammates from this year. And then that way you can work through some carpooling and things like that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Jill?
Okay. Hello. What was my question? I'm like you and disappeared. Okay. So actually regarding the application process. So so if I applied right away and just wondering when do you look through them to decide who's a good fit and then you get back to us on the next step, or how do I just am wondering if am I just automatically, I just haven't heard back, so I didn't know if there was a next step I should be waiting for.
Yep. So we don't turn anybody away unless you can't make those commitments. And so you are on the initial registration that is out right now is to hold your space because we will end up filling up. But so anybody, it's a first come, first serve. And so you're in the space, sorry. When January comes for continuing or to complete the registration, you'll get another email that says confirm your registration, and then that's when you pay for it and everything else. I believe it's in January. I should have double checked that.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
I have a quick question, and I may have missed this, so I apologize, but I feel like my treatment is just ongoing year after year. And so I signed up for this last year, and then I just with complications, I wouldn't have met the requirements. So now I have a surgery scheduled in March, and I'm just wondering, I know I understand I'd have to get clearance from the surgeon.
Yeah.
But I was just curious, can I get that practice handout just to give me a better idea is if I can even entertain it for this year or if I have to wait until next year?
Yeah, there should have been a the training schedule sent to you when you did your the initial did you already put in for like holding your spot?
I don't believe so,
Okay.
only because I feel like it's most likely not going to happen, and I don't want to take the spot from
Yeah,
somebody else, but I really want
so
it to
you
happen.
won't,
So I'm gonna
yeah,
try
so you
hard.
actually won't take you won't take the spot from anybody until after you
Okay.
pay for it. So we are the initial push for filling our team roster is open, and then you make that final selection when during the final phases of the application. So Kristen, if you want to just fill that out, because then with that you'll get the the breakdown of what our schedule looks like. Which, as I was saying
Okay.
that, I didn't note it. Did I skip that by chance when in our talk? I noticed that or was it there and I missed it?
I think you did like a brief overview, but that it's just
Okay.
hard to read on the
Yeah.
screen, like
Yep.
what
Yeah. It's
it
pretty
truly
small.
looks like.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. So, Kristen, once you fill out that the potential application for it, you'll get that, and then that will help you determine whether or not it will fit for you.
Okay, great. Thank you.
On that same note, I'm starting to question if I successfully registered or not because I don't remember receiving an email.
All right. Um, I don't know if I can. I don't have like the list of everybody that's pre-registered. That's on Ilka's side of it. I don't. There's certain parts of the program that I don't get that I don't have access to. Kayla, let me get your information down, and then I can just verify with a email back to you.
Yeah, that sounds good. I can pop something in the chat if that's easier.
Oh, perfect. That will work out.
Kimberly, that
Okay,
happened
just
to me
name
too.
them.
This is Jill again.
Mm.
Oh, Jill, you didn't get any a response either?
No.
Okay. Yeah, if people have not gotten that, let me know, and then I can just do a follow-up with Ilka to make sure that we're getting that you guys are getting your information. All right. Any other questions? Excitement? Anything? Come on. Don't be shy.
I'm really excited. I am a childhood
Yay.
cancer survivor, and as an adult, I have been faced with a lot of things that nobody's researched until now, which makes me happy for kids who are going through cancer now. As an adult, they'll have a better, they'll have more information on how to navigate adulthood survivorship. So I'm really excited to meet all of you and just be surrounded by people who have gone through similar things, and it'll kind of fill that empty void of sisterhood in my life, but also really excited to have this motivation to put my body and my mind first and have that space for it. So I'm really excited to be here.
Yeah. Excellent, Lauren.
I
Awesome.
want to give you a hug, Lauren. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yes, give a big hug. And you will be able to. We are very if that's the type of person that you are, we are a touchy-feely group, and hugs all the time. And for those that are not, we accept and appreciate that also. And so I think that's one of the greatest things about Team Phoenix is the amount of differences that are on the team and through our alumni, that there's always going to be somebody that you can make a connection with. And it's a pretty awesome team. I am not a cancer survivor, and yet they allow me to I'm privileged to be a part of the team. And so I make sure that I always let our team members know that I did not receive that phone call. However, my life has been surrounded by cancer. I lost my father to stomach cancer. We just recently lost my father-in-law to prostate cancer. My grandmother to breast cancer, 4 aunts to breast cancer, 1 to ovarian cancer, and another grandmother, my husband's grandmother, to breast cancer. And so I've been surrounded by cancer, and I am truly blessed that by a chance meeting at a wedding of all places, for a triathlon friend of mine, that I got to meet Dr. Tijo, and she introduced me to Team Phoenix. And so I am here to support in any way that I can, but using your teammates as your, the support that you need in your cancer journey is important. And then Lauren, also, just so you know, a alumni actually started a children's cancer triathlon team out of Children's Hospital. Yes. Yep. It's the coolest
That's
thing.
special.
Yeah. Yeah. She was an alum from 2018, I believe. And she's also an athletic trainer. That's how I actually knew her before Team Phoenix in school. And she started a kids program. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anything else? It's overwhelming and there's a lot of information. But I promise you, we also take it week by week. When you get your binder, it is filled with so much stuff. And I really just ask that you trust the process. I've been doing triathlon since 2006. I've been a coach since 2017 for triathlon, that is. I have coached many other things through both the YMCA and my children's programs that coaching is just kind of it's who I am, kind of it definitely fills my soul and all the things. So, but I do ask that it does get overwhelming. And so taking it day by day and asking questions and reaching out for help and all of the things is what's going to help make you successful. Yes, you will get the binders at the orientation meeting. And at that orientation meeting, there's lots of stuff that happens there. But you'll have that breakdown again of the things to expect. And then there you'll have all the coaches there to be able to talk to. There will be several alumni there that you can talk to and kind of get their feedback. Again, on paper, it sounds great. And then once you get in the thick of it, training 6 days a week, especially if it's not something that you've been doing, is a little bit of a shock to your body. But we start out very, very slow. Your first bike ride is 15-minute bike ride, just tooling around for 15 minutes, walking for 50. Everything is done by time in the beginning, just so that you can work that into your schedule. And then it moves from time to distance as we get closer to the event day to make sure that you can safely hit those distances.
Kim, what is the distance for each leg that we have to do?
Yep. So the swim is a 1/4 mile or 400 yard swim in the lake. It's done as like a bit of a U shape. You start on one end of the beach and you swim out and then across the beach length and then into the other side of the beach. And then the bike is 15 miles. It is on a gently rolling hills course. There's only a couple of hills that are, I can feel that's a hill. The rest of the roads are in really great condition. They're out so the event is at Lake Ottawa in Dousman. And so the roads are beautiful country roads that are, for the most part, in really good condition for Wisconsin roads, and very minimal traffic while out there. During the event itself, there will be police officers and volunteers at intersections and things like that to make sure that you can go through safely. And then the run portion or walk portions, run walk, is a 5K, so 3.1 miles on the very flat highway ZZ. With that very flatness, also there's not a lot of shade there, so end of July can get pretty hot.
Now that you bring up weather, I have one question. Can we get rained out? Is that a thing?
So, and- knock on all the wood around, our event has never been rained
point.
out. And by rain, no, inclement weather of thunder and lightning potential is there. In our practices, we also train in the rain. We will not train in anything that's not safe. But our practices, early season practices can get kind of cold, and later season practices can get pretty warm. And but we do train in the rain, in the snow, in the cold, in the wind. We do not practice in lightning, though, thunder or lightning. There and practices will get we wait until the last minute to be able to call practices, and by the last minute I mean within an hour before practice, especially for those that are traveling from farther away to get to practice. We make sure that we are giving you that ample time to not have to drive all the way in and then have practice canceled. But I will say a lot of times this past year even, it just seemed to rain every Wednesday, and we just learned to train in the rain. And again, that's where the appropriate clothing comes in. But where it seems like it's going to be really, really bad weather, and then right before practice starts, it's safe enough for us to do so. So we try not to cancel any practices.
What times are practices normally?
Practices are from 6:30 to 8 o'clock on Mondays and Wednesdays. We do have some practices that start at 6. Those are later on in the season for when we're hitting our full distances. And when you look at the schedule that we send out, it will list on there what days are early start practices.
Perfect. Thank you.
Where are practices held? Are they always in the same location? Do they move around?
So our practices move all over on our Wednesdays. Swim is always on Monday, and we are at West Dallas Central High School. So it's right off of 84th and Lincoln. Technically, I think it's 86th and Lincoln at the high school. And then the other practices are throughout the metro Milwaukee area. So we do practices at Greenfield High School, Greenfield Park, McCarty Park in both those are in West Dallas. We do Grant Park downtown and Lake Park downtown in Milwaukee area. Estabrook Park. We come out to Lake Country. We use all of our bike practices are on trails, on the bike trails, not on the roads. And so thank you, Steph. So all of our bike training is done on the different bike trails that are around the area, and then or in parks. So they're all over the place. Any other questions? All right. Well, if there aren't any more questions, then we can close this out. I look forward to seeing you all and am very, very excited to get this next season started.
Thank you,
If
Kim.
you have, if you have any
Thank
questions,
you.
feel free to reach out in email. The same email that you used to get the information here, you can send message to that, and then we'll answer any of your other questions.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
so much.
Thank you, everyone.